Hello, my fellow Cinnaberries. It's me, Ryan from Raz My Berries Reviews, and today I'm going to be reacting to the newest X-Men Dark Phoenix trailer that was dropped last night. And I got home from work, I got changed, and I'm ready to now see this new trailer. Before I do, real quick, during my lunch break today, I looked through some Twitter to see what some of the reactions were, you know, to get ready to like on the video to put up. Not a lot of people are impressed by this, and that worries me. So, well, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Is a fragile thing. Takes only the slightest tap to tip it in the wrong direction.
Okay.
Charles, what did you do? I had to keep her stable. I protected her.
Okay, sounds a little bit like Last Stand there. Oh. Ouch.
Another word for that. Looking for answers.
Is that supposed to be Genosha that I was hearing about?
You don't.
Who's that?
You begin to comprehend what you are.
She's a changer.
And what?
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission. Jean.
Oh dear. Oh boy.
She's all rage. It's all coming out of us. Jean lost control, but she's still our friend. This is your fault, Charles. The world is on the brink. I'm sorry I didn't stop it sooner.
You're always sorry, Charles. And there's always a speech. And nobody cares.
There's still hope. Don't do this.
They're right to fear me.
I've seen evil. I'm looking at it now.
That's it. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry I had to take a break for that because I had to try to wrap my mind around that. It didn't hook me. I'm not excited, which is sad to me because as bad as everybody says X-Men The Last Stand was, I remember when that trailer came out, I remembered, oh, this is going to be great, I'm going to go watch it, I'm going to love it. And that was partly true. I did enjoy X-Men The Last Stand a little bit, but there was a lot wrong with that movie. This just didn't hook me. The trailer's job is to, you know, get the audience hooked. And, you know, like saying, hey, yeah, I want to go see that movie. I want to go see that as soon as I can. I'm definitely going to want to check that out. This trailer didn't do that for me, which is surprising because X-Men is a franchise that I love. As far as with Fox having X-Men, they've had their ups and downs. The first two X-Men movies were great, and I loved them. They were fantastic. The third one, like I said, it was okay. I enjoyed it to a degree. X-Men Wolverine Origins, awful movie, but again, I was able to find some enjoyment out of that. And lately, the First Class and Days of Future Past were phenomenal films to me. Apocalypse was also somewhere in that Last Man Stand where I got more enjoyment out of that than Last Stand, but it wasn't a great film either. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, amazing, like Days of Future Past was. This is the first time I feel seeing an X-Men trailer, seeing something related to the X-Men where I'm like, this might be okay, or it might be really bad. Because at least in the past, when I watched all those trailers, I was like, yeah, I'm excited for this. I can't wait to go see it. This did nothing for me. I'm sad to say. I will go see it. Don't get me wrong. I will go see it because I love X-Men. I love those characters. I grew up with watching the X-Men cartoon, and the characters from X-Men mean a lot to me because I can connect to them in a way. But I'm not going to I'm not going to drag on and on. So let's go ahead and hit the Twitter and see what some people were saying. And a good friend of mine has used my hashtag. My good friend, Dr. DC from the Dr. DC podcast, using the Afterbury credits. Thank you, Doc. Says, I'm sure it's due to reshoots, but that trailer shows so little. I don't want a trailer to give stuff away, but it's got to hook you. Didn't feel hooked with that one. Doc, I agree with you on that 100%. I don't want a trailer to give away too much, but this one did so little for me that you're absolutely right. It didn't hook me. I don't feel like I'm going to be counting down the days. I can remember when Days of Future Past, that trailer came out, and I was literally counting down the days like, oh, I can't wait for this. This did nothing. Like I said, did nothing for me. So the Dr. DC was the only one who used my hashtag, which I'm going to do a quick plug and say, if you have not listened to the Dr. DC podcast, and whether you're a DC fan or not, I highly recommend listening to his podcast. You will get a laugh at least once out of every episode you listen to. I guarantee it, because I have listened to his past 70... I'm actually on episode 76 now, but I've listened to all those past episodes, and they are just great. It really picks up after episode 5. At episode 5. So go listen to it. It's great. You won't regret it. So let's take a look at what some other people were saying. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt me, I guess, but after I had finished recording, I got 2 new tweets that came up, and I thought it would be wrong of me not to include these tweets after these people took the time to tweet to me their thoughts on the trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and read those now and give you my thoughts on those specific tweets. Starting with my friend Christian, who stated that I have to disagree with the last comment, which was the Dr. DC. Dark Phoenix Saga was so important to comic book history, and that I believe they will adapt it correctly to the screen this time. Trailer was exciting for me, and I can't wait to see this. Christian, I'm glad that you are excited. I'm glad it was able to hook you, and honestly, I hope that I'm going to be wrong in this case where I thought the trailer, while it didn't excite me, I hope that when I go see it in the theaters that it will do the storyline justice, and I will go and watch it, and I will leave the theater very happy and even more motivated to actually read the comic book, because I really do want to read it. I'm hoping to get it for Christmas this year. So thank you, Christian, for tweeting that. The next tweet we have is from Jade Russo, and Jade says, I personally loved it, but I'm also supremely biased because I love the X-Men movies. I'm so curious about how Jean finds out the secret Charles has been keeping from her. Hashtag Dark Phoenix will probably be one of my favorite films next year. Jade, I really hope that will be the case. I'm also hoping that when I come out, like I said with Christian, I really hope when I walk out of the theater that I'm going to love this movie more than when I'm going to be walking in, because at this point in time, my expectations are kind of low. But
With that being said, on with the rest of the video. Thank you guys.
Okay, so this is from another friend of mine. Xander the Commander says, that X-Men Dark Phoenix movie looks like complete trash. I'm more excited for the Venom movie than this film. Yeah, at this point in time, I am a little more excited for Venom than I am for X-Men Dark Phoenix. At Silva of Steel says, what bothers me about Dark Phoenix from what we've seen in the trailer is that it feels like the same plot from X3 is being used. The awesome costumes from End of Apocalypse are gone, and that's Genosha? Really? Is that... Oh yeah, that's right. I did remember hearing about Magneto's supposed to be on Genosha at this point. If that was Genosha, it doesn't look like Genosha from what I've heard or seen in the comic books that my friends have shown me. Okay, when he says that, and I'm assuming is it he? I'm sorry. He or she's saying that it feels like the same plot from X3. I agree with that kind of statement because it felt like that because in X3, Charles was explaining to Logan that I had to lock this power away from Jean. I did it to protect her because this is power that she can't control. And now it seems like we're getting that again. And that bugs me a bit because it's like the Dark Phoenix saga is the storyline. From a lot of X-Men fans that I've talked to personally who have read the book, that was the thing that bothered them most about X3. It wasn't as good as the book, and that it didn't really do justice for the Phoenix character. It's been a long time since I've talked to him, but from what I remember, yeah, one of the things that really bugged them was that they didn't feel that Phoenix was done right in X3. For me, I have never read the book. It's on my bucket list of comic books I want to read, but the way it feels in this and the way it felt in Last Stand, I feel like with Last Stand, I felt that this Phoenix thing is a completely different character than Jean. And that's one thing I thought the film got right for me. For somebody who's never read the comic, that's felt interesting about it. But there was a lot of other flaws in that film, but I won't get into that. Another friend of mine, Aquamander, says, Dark Phoenix trailer did absolutely nothing for me. It doesn't look terrible, but it also doesn't look good. IMO. I'm sorry, I don't know what IMO means. But yeah, no, it really didn't do anything for me either. And there's nothing that screams awful about it to me. It just doesn't scream good either. At Boss Logic says, after seeing the Dark Phoenix trailer, my hopes for it are still high. I have always loved Dark Phoenix. I don't want it to suffer the same fate as Last Stand. Not saying that Last Stand was bad, it's just all over the place. Also, I hope they explain how we got here from Apocalypse. Yeah, well, no, I'm glad you still have high hopes for it. And, you know, it was like the Dr. DC was saying, like, there was a lot of reshoots for this movie. And sometimes that spells a little bit of... It spells not good. That's the best way I can put it. It's not really good news when you hear reshoots, because films that have had the articles saying reshoots happen those films tend to have some major flaws in it. So I don't know. I really don't want it to end up like Last Stand. I really want to go enjoy it, but at this point in time, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. With that, I'm going to go with the last tweet. That's from Jessica Chobot that says, the Dark Phoenix trailer doesn't look terribly unique, but I can't help but enjoy seeing Jean finally allowing herself to unleash her full strength. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for the Dark Phoenix storyline. And well, with that, I can say, yeah, no, I know a lot of people who love that storyline. I've read plenty of articles saying it's their favorite X-Men story. And like I said, it's a story I really want to read. But with that being said, I have to agree, it didn't look terribly unique either. But I really hope that with more trailers coming out and then eventually seeing it, that I will enjoy it. I really want to. But at this point in time, as far as the trailer's concerned, I'm going to end it by saying I will be more than happy to wait for a matinee showing for this. I'm not counting down the days. I hope that when I go to see it, I will be proven wrong and it'll be a great film. With that being said, that's going to be it. And so, if you would like to share your thoughts on the trailer with us, please comment below or tweet us at RMB Reviews using the hashtag AfterBuriedCredits. If you liked the video, click like, subscribe so you can see more of our content. Because guess what? October is almost here and we have got some movies that we are going to be reviewing for the month of October. We've got 4 films that we are going to be reviewing. We really hope that you will enjoy those. So if you want to know when those will be coming out, make sure you follow us on Twitter and subscribe so you will be notified when those videos will be out. And with that, I think I've hit every bit of that. Oh, wait. If you have other things you want to say about it, you can also check us out on Facebook as well. There. Now I'm pretty sure I've sold myself enough. With that being said, have a good evening or day, depending on when you're watching this. Bye.